Hi guys, my name is Lacey of Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am really excited because I am going to be doing the beauty community tag. I never thought that I would do a tag video because I kind of figured that they had died out on YouTube, but I love tag videos and I was super excited when I saw that MakeupStruggles had tagged me to do this. I love MakeupStruggles and I was not expecting to be tagged, but I'm so excited, like I said. So I'm ready. I got my phone, I got my questions, and I'm ready to do a less ranty video than what I normally do. Also, because I don't have that many videos up yet, and I'm still very new at this YouTube thing, I'm hoping that maybe by doing this tag, you guys will get to know me better. But if not, and if there's other tags you want me to do, or other, like Q&A type things or anything like that, let me know, because I've been having a lot of fun filming lately, and I'm excited to keep moving on with this YouTube channel. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the beauty community tag today. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. Alright, so the first question in this tag are, what are your favorite videos to watch? Specifically in the beauty community, I love ranty, kind of opinion-based videos, which is very much what inspired me to get on camera and start making my own videos. Honestly, I love this movement towards shit-talking makeup that the beauty community seems to be heading towards. And not like because I'm negative and I'm like feeding off the negativity or anything like that. I'm honestly truly a very positive person, but more so because I am so stoked about how critically we're now viewing the beauty community and how critically we're now viewing makeup as consumers and things. I say this in every single one of my videos. I'm like a broken record at this point. I apologize. But I think the surgence of new creators who aren't professional influencers, who are just average people buying makeup, that are more relatable than some of these influencers. I like hearing their opinions and I like hearing what they have to say, and I like the new ideas that have been brought to the table and the new tags and the new series and the new things like that. But I also love collection videos. I love declutter videos. I love things like apartment tours. I love seeing how people live and how people decorate, and again, like how people store their makeup and stuff. I love it. I love knowing when people dig through their collections and like, holy shit, I bought this thing from this indie brand. I love it. You get to try it. I'd live for that. I love Get Ready With Me's. Like I've said in another video, it takes me over an hour to get ready in the morning, and I will put YouTube on while I'm putting on my makeup. So I love watching Get Ready With, like, chatty Get Ready With Me's while I'm doing makeup, because I will like talk along to the video and the person will say something and I'll like nod along and be like, oh yeah, I understand, like as if they're like, we're really sitting in our room doing our makeup together, which is lame. But I just love hearing what people have to say and what people like, what they don't like, and I just love that kind of stuff. Question 2. What are my favorite videos to film? Well, so far I feel like I've only really filmed one kind of video, which has been very like ranty, opinionated kind of videos. So they're, fun. I actually tried to film a favorites video like 8 times and I just couldn't, and I'm gonna try again this week because enough people have asked me to the point where I want to really try to see if I can do that. I don't know why I didn't like to film it. I think because I ran out of adjectives to describe why I liked products, but I'm going to try again. I'm really hoping in the future to film things that are more personal and not makeup related, like things about my education, about my research, I know everyone talks about like their anxiety and stuff like that, but I would like to talk about those kind of personal things. I would love to do a room tour because I really think I have an interesting living space and I would love to show it. And I don't know, that sounds kind of, I don't know if that sounds conceited or not, but just stuff like that. So I would like to dabble in doing other types of videos. It just seems like right now, because it's very easy to get on camera and sit down and start ranting, and those are very easy to edit, that's what I've been doing. But I would love to experiment with doing other things in the future. I don't know if I'll ever do tutorials in the future because I'm very much like a cartoon character, and that I pretty much do like the same look every day, like same hat, smoky eye with dramatic eyeliner and a bold lip like every day. If that's something anyone would want a tutorial on, I could try my hardest. But for now, I don't think with my filming setup or my eyesight that's going to be a possibility. And what I mean by that is when I do my makeup in the morning, I physically have to hold like a mirror this close to my face in order to see what I'm doing, because I do wear glasses every day. I do need them for prescriptions, not aesthetics. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds. But like I said, I'm excited to try new things creatively with this channel. Question number 3, what are your least favorite kinds of videos to watch? Whew. I feel like I go through cycles of what I like to watch and what I don't like to watch. Lately, I really can't stand PR unboxings, and not because I'm like mad that people get shit for free, because I used to love PR unboxings. I mostly don't like them because people just seem bored. Like, it's almost like they're going through their groceries. I don't know if that reflects like how they feel about their job or how they feel about getting so much free makeup. Maybe it's probably exhausting to get packages sent to your door every single day and you're expected to comment on every single product. But like I said, that some influencers will fully be like, oh my god, look at this $400 lipstick set. Next. They just seem so unenthusiastic. I also don't really like tutorials because, like I said, I'm someone who has like a very specific makeup look and I know what techniques and what I like to do. I'll watch certain people, like I love someone like NikkieTutorials because I think she is super talented. But even when I watch her, I'm never watching to duplicate what she's doing. I'm mostly looking to get like color inspiration or like an idea. And I do the same thing on Instagram. If you looked at my saved photos on Instagram, it's all eye looks that I find very inspirational, but nothing that I would ever like specifically recreate step by step. It would just be something that I would do inspired looks from. I also feel like I'm kind of getting sick of like best and worst kind of videos or like monthlies. I'm getting a little sick of unboxings when it comes to like monthly subscriptions and stuff, because like watching one person's BoxyCharm is cool, but watching like everyone get the same BoxyCharm is getting a little silly. I just feel like a lot of content is repetitive and tiresome. And once you've found a select few influencers who make those kind of content, it's hard to watch the new people who are making that same content. So I don't know. All of the like classic, like, ooh, one thing I do like though that I didn't mention, I love Empty's videos because I love knowing what people used up and what they honestly think about it. First impressions suck. Empty's videos are awesome if you want an actually informed opinion about a product. Question number 4, what is your favorite part of the beauty community? For me, it's 2 things. One, it's in the name, the community part. I love makeup. I love talking about makeup. I love talking to other people about makeup. Even on Instagram, there are people who I don't know personally, but I know through Instagram because we've talked about, we've commented on each other's stuff and we've shared opinions, and I can only harass the people in my real life so much about things they probably don't care about, so it's nice to find other people with the same interests, and that probably would go for anything. If I was like a diehard movie watcher, which I'm weirdly not, but if I was and I was, talking to other people who were like really into film, then that would be cool too, so that part's cool. And I also like how much confidence that the beauty community can inspire. I know for me, makeup was huge in my own like self-love process, and I've thought about doing a video on my self-love process because that's like a whole ordeal, and I kind of like talk about it every now and again on my Instagram. But I'm someone who went from having literally no self-esteem to quite bordering on narcissistically loving myself very unconditionally, and makeup was a huge part of that, and learning how to do makeup and learning how to feel comfortable in my own skin and how to do makeup in a way that really expressed myself and who I felt like I was really is a huge part of that. And I feel like to put on a teal lip and look in the mirror and say like, I fucking like myself, like that's cool. And I think that the confidence that can inspire, the creativity, I think all of that is just amazing, and I love seeing other people feel good in their own skin, and I just like that's the good stuff in my opinion. That's the best part of the beauty community. Moving on to question 5 though, what is your least favorite part of the beauty community? Well, I think there's equally encouragement to be creative and unique in yourself. I also think there's a very cookie cutter way of doing things where after a while everyone kind of looks the same and everyone's doing their makeup exactly the same, and everyone's favorite videos, have the same products in them. So I don't really like that there is a beauty standard. I've mentioned before, I study anthropology. There is always going to be cultural norms when it comes to standards of beauty and things like that. So that part kind of sucks. The entitlement totally sucks if you're an influencer and you're bitching to your subscribers about how hard your job is, how tired you are because you just went to 7 events and you can't believe that you're not on certain PR lists and you're subtweeting on Twitter, and it's just like the pettiness and the entitlement really gets old after a while. And I think that there are clearly people who are doing this who probably should move on to other things, and not in a bad way. It's just, it seems like getting in front of a camera isn't what makes them happy anymore, and maybe more entrepreneuring and like creating makeup lines and, you know, working with brands, maybe that's what makes them happy more. And I think it's time for new faces and it's time for new looks and opinions. Like I've said before, that's the kind of stuff that I don't like. I also in general just don't like any of the pressures, whether it comes to how you should do your makeup, how you should look, what kind of makeup collection you have. Oh, and I also don't like the term wearable. When people say like a wearable look or a wearable color, like clearly I think that's crap and you should wear what you want to wear. I also, piggybacking off of that, I hate how you should and should not be doing your makeup, like when it's like a half face and it's like a do and a don't. Do your makeup however the fuck it makes you feel happy. If you want to look like a rodeo clown, fucking do it. Like, there is no wrong way to do makeup. Makeup is one size fits all. It belongs to everybody, no matter what ethnicity, gender, age, whatever. Makeup belongs to everybody. So when it gets into the territory of telling people what they should or shouldn't be doing, fuck that. Question number 6. What motivated me to start my YouTube channel? Really, I just felt like I had strong opinions and nobody in my real life cared to hear them or had already heard them, so I felt like it was worth getting in front of a camera and telling strangers about. But I had also, like, Luvs Reviews had done a video where she talked about channels with not a lot of subscribers who she felt that people should be listening to. And though a lot of the people that she recommended in those channels, I either had already been watching or I fell in love with through that video. And because they were so unique and they were giving their opinions, it really inspired me to feel like I had something that was worth sharing, I had something that was worth saying, and that people might be willing to watch me and listen to me as well. And I really am completely dumbfounded by a lot of the support that I've gotten. A lot of people saying like that they do like what I have to say and they can't wait for videos that I want to do and things like that. I'm totally blown away. But yeah, really I just felt like, while there were people giving their opinions, there weren't necessarily people giving my specific opinion, because like what everyone has to say is unique, so I felt like there was a place for me, and I think there's a place for everyone on YouTube, honestly. Question number 7. Who inspires you on YouTube? I feel so blessed, and I'm not saying that in a cheesy way, like I really do. When I first was even thinking about starting a YouTube channel and I first had kind of laid the groundwork and just kind of gotten like my about me up and some basic crap up, I made an Instagram post tagging all of the people who had been inspiring me lately. A couple people of that list took the time to look at me and look at my Instagram, look at my YouTube channel, and subscribe to me and support me and talk to me, and I've built like a little community with other creators, and I never thought that would happen. So if you're one of those creators, thank you for your support. It really means so much to me. It means more than I could ever say. But to answer the specific question, I love people like Stephanie and Nicole. I love Luvs Reviews. I love a lot of like the people who are unapologetic about their opinions. I love that. Or Luvs Reviews is like takes the time to make extremely detailed, incredible videos. MakeupStruggles, who tagged me, I love her personality. I love everything she has to say. She's so entertaining, and if you haven't checked her out, you need to, because she's definitely an inspiration of mine. Equally, I love Georgia Harris. I think her take on makeup is so unique and so personalized. Like, she's not afraid to be like, I don't like the layout of this palette, I'm gonna rip it apart and put it back the way I like it. And I think that's incredibly awesome. And she's another person who's been incredibly supportive of me and has talked to me, and I like geek out about it because I thought I would always just be like some idiot on a camera that no one ever listened to. So I'm very grateful for the support that I've gotten and the connections that I've made so far. I never expected it. Kimberly Clark is another person who I love, and the second I found her, I immediately binge watched her videos with my best friend, because that was like really when she first started doing anti-hauls and nobody else was doing it. Like, it hadn't fully caught on to the extreme popularity that it has now, and I'm glad that it has. But it was so different and so unique, and I loved it. I love her. she's another person who has shown me support, and I really appreciate it. And even someone like RawBeautyKristi, who is not, she talks about, I don't want to like, I guess because she's made this public, I can talk about it. She talks about like, you know, her struggles with weight and things like that. So when I first discovered her, it was like, whoa, this is someone who looks like me, who has opinions like me, and you know, it goes to show you what the importance of representation is. And of course, like skin tone wise, gender wise, things like that, I don't have a lack of representation. But you know, I call myself Spooklips and Fat Hips. I am a big bitch. Like, so to see other women who were, you know, similar to my size and gorgeous and doing wonderful things and being creative and being wonderful, it made me feel like I could do that too. So it goes to show you what the power of representation is, and I can only imagine people who don't have the representation to feel how powerful it is when you finally do get that representation, because I'm talking about me on a very privileged scale, and you know, I can get, again, I'm an anthropologist, I can get deep in this conversation, and I know people don't like the P word, but I'm very aware of my privilege. There are people who don't have the privilege of having representation on their YouTube screen. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. So I'll link below a lot of my favorite channels, but those were just those were, you know, the hits, if you will. Question number 8. The number one thing I would change about the beauty community. I think, kind of touching on what I said before, I think I would change the pressure to do things so uniformly to what everyone else is doing. MakeupStruggles was saying her Get Ready With Me how she doesn't wear foundation, and how it took seeing other people on YouTube saying that they weren't wearing foundation for her to feel comfortable to be like, fuck it, I don't want to wear foundation either. So that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. To take away that uniformity of like full coverage foundation, concealer, baking, brows, and I'm in full beat, and I'm saying this, but I feel like I've gotten to a place where I do my makeup exactly how I like to do my makeup. But I think there's other people who are going onto YouTube who are trying to learn how to do makeup, and that's what they're learning, that they need to be doing their makeup specifically in that way. And that's because, like I've said before, there is a lack of diversity when it comes to not only like things like ethnicity, gender, class, but you know, just physical aesthetic. There's a lack of diversity. So that's one thing I would change. I would love to see more people like Drachmakins. I hope I'm saying her name right, but when I first found her channel, I was like, holy shit, I'm in love, because she is so unique and such an artist, and she does such creative, amazing looks that don't look like anybody else. I would love to see more people like that who bring something completely new and unique to the table. I would love to just see, because makeup is so expressive and it's so creative and it's so artistic that I actually don't understand why we don't see people doing incredible things and incredible looks. I really don't get why we see the same nude lip, brown, smoky eye every day. And not to shit on that, if that's what you like to wear, cool. I just don't get the lack of uniqueness. I don't get the lack of individualism. So that's definitely something I would change. Question number 9. Number 1 advice for new creators / people just starting their channel. I know this is what everybody else has said, but just fucking do it. I'm a very anxious person, so I know that sometimes just doing it is, you know, easier said than done. But once I started doing it and I got my first video up, I was like equally embarrassed but also extremely proud. I was just so happy that I had finally done it. And every time I get on camera, I feel more and more confident. And don't feel like you need to buy a ring light or a new camera or anything like that. Like, I literally, my first video was filmed with 2 room lamps and my brother's video recording camera. I just got very lucky in that my brother and my best friend both bought me a camera and a light for Christmas because they wanted to encourage me doing this creatively. And I'm very thankful for that. But if I didn't have those gifts, I would still be filming on my brother's camcorder and 2, you know, standing room lamps, using Windows Movie Maker, which I'm still using Windows Movie Maker. I don't plan on spending money on a film editing system when I really don't have to edit much other than my awkward pauses. Honestly and truthfully, if you think that you have something unique to bring to the table, use your webcam, use your phone, you know, stand in front of a window. Like, you can do it. You don't have to have the setup. Just have a unique opinion, have a strong opinion, have something that you want to bring to the table. Something that drives me honestly crazy is when I see people who are like, oh, I just started a new YouTube channel and they have so much potential, but they're just regurgitating content that already exists 1,000 times over in an extremely oversaturated market. And what I mean by that is, you know, doing videos because everybody else is doing them, doing favorites videos because everyone else is doing favorite videos, doing empties videos because everyone else is doing empties videos. Don't copy the big gurus, be yourself. And I know that's also like an extremely annoyingly cheesy thing to say, but people are going to like you as a person. I've already, I don't want to seem like conceited, but I've had people say, I really like your opinions, I really like what you have to say, I really like you as a person, and that really encourages me to want to keep trying and want to keep building this channel. So when I say, like, be yourself and just go for it, I fully mean it. Like, if you have interesting ideas that don't already exist on YouTube, no one's talking about what it is that you want to talk about, nobody's looking at things the way that you are looking at, you have an idea for a series you can do, you have an idea for a talk that you want to give, like, just do it. You have an opinion that's going to be valued by somebody. You have things that you'll say that people are going to want to hear. Just make sure that you're doing it because it makes you happy, because it stimulates you creatively. If I didn't like sitting in front of a camera and then dealing with a half hour of me babbling that I have to edit, I wouldn't do it. I would have quit after my first video. But the more I do it, the more that I realize that I like doing this. If you get on camera and you hate this and it makes you uncomfortable and you don't like listening to yourself talk, you don't like editing videos, it's all painstaking and you hate it and it's time consuming, don't do it. But if this is fun for you, if you view this as a hobby, I feel like I'm ranting at this point. You get what I mean. Do it because it makes you happy, and fucking do it. I swear, just fucking do it. If you want to start a YouTube channel, believe me, just do it. And finally, what do you love about YouTube as a whole? I love that you can basically watch free content about whatever the fuck you want on YouTube. I'm someone who, yes, I love the beauty videos, but I also love conspiracies. I love spooky stories. I love true crime. I love how-tos. I love apartment tours. Like, if there's something you don't know how to do, you can type in how to do blank and it'll come up on YouTube. You know, you can learn how to fix things, you can learn recipes, you can go down a rabbit hole of whatever the hell you want. And I think that's awesome. Like, I fully know how to tie a tie because I've watched a YouTube video on how to do it. I know how to make vegan buffalo chicken bites because I've watched a YouTube video on how to do it. Like, you can learn to do whatever the hell you want. I'm someone that loves to learn, and I feel like in today's day and age there's no excuse to be ignorant about any subject. Literally, I learned about how to take care of a tropical fish tank and I don't ever plan on owning fish. Like, you can literally educate yourself on whatever you want on YouTube. If there's something you're interested in, there's somebody probably making a video on how to do it, and I think that is fucking awesome. And I also love just the community building of YouTube, whether it's the makeup community, the fish community, the vegan community, whatever. There's, you know, a niche for everybody, and that's pretty fucking awesome. Also, I just like to be entertained. I've been watching like Jenna Marbles and Shane Dawson since day one of YouTube, and they crack me the fuck up even now as adults. So I have YouTube on pretty much like 24/7, whether it's to laugh, to be entertained, to watch funny compilation videos of beauty gurus posing to the wrong music. Like, I think people's creativity and the troll level and the humor, as well as the, you know, wanting to honestly teach people and educate and things, I think it all gets balanced at the end. And I just think YouTube, for as clusterfuck as it can be, is truly like a really cool place. And I'm very excited that I can finally call myself a YouTuber and be a part of the madness. Alright, I feel like this video was very cheesy. It got sappy at times, it got a little ranty at times, it was a little all over the place. I tend to write out my videos, like, not like a full script, but kind of write out my thoughts and my, you know, points that I want to hit beforehand. So I quite literally was looking at these questions for the first time and really just blabbering out to you guys my answers. So I apologize if this was, like, not entertaining to watch. I'll go through it when I edit it and see how I feel about it. As far as tagging anybody else to do this, if you are someone who has wanted to start a YouTube channel but doesn't know where to start, I'm tagging you to do the beauty community tag. I will leave the questions down below in my description box. But if you, like I said, if you're struggling, you don't know what to do first, do this first. You know, talk about what you like and don't like, so maybe people can get to know you and get to know your personality a little bit. So that's who I'm tagging. because pretty much all of the YouTubers that I would have tagged have already been tagged, and I think it's a good opportunity because so many people I've recently talked to have been like, I want to start but I don't know how. So I'm challenging you to start, even if it's by doing a tag. Just do it. Anyway guys, that was the beauty community tag. Thank you so much for watching. Please talk to me down below. I love talking to you guys. I love the support that I've gotten. Thank you so much for all of that support. I love all of you guys more than you could ever understand. Whether it's here on Instagram or any place else that I am, people in my real life, people that I've met online, just the support has been overwhelming, and like I said, I'm gonna get cheesy, I just appreciate every single person who's taken the time to encourage me or talk to me or subscribe to me or like a post or like a video. Just thank you guys so much. I love you. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!